Hello and welcome to this festive Tech Calendar 2023 session. I am Dwayne Natwick, also known as Captain Hyperscaler, and today we are going to talk about Santa knowing if you're naughty or nice and how to protect your personal identifiable information. I want to thank all of the organizers of Festive Tech Calendar for putting this event together this year. I believe this is my fourth year being a part of this, and every year they have stepped up a notch, and it's really great to see the original organizers of Gregor and Richard, and I know that they've brought on some additional organizers this year as well. So kudos to everybody. And the QR code on this slide is for the Raspberry Pi Foundation. The organizers have chosen this as the charity that they're going to support this year. So I encourage everybody to please give and to use this holiday season as a season of giving as it is intended. But let's get to what we are doing here today. So everybody knows Santa Claus is coming to town, right? You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. But what is he doing? You know, he sees you when you're sleeping. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. What is he looking for? And that is really the what I want to cover here in this session today is how are we protecting our personal identifiable information, our PII, from people that say they're Santa Claus and may not be. And so we're going to cover, you better watch out, you better not cry, strategies to secure and govern your data in the cloud. He's making a list and he's checking it twice. So it's important that you know where your compliance is and where you might have data exposure. He sees you when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake. Where is your data located and how are you protecting it? And with little tin horns and little toy drums, Rudy Toot Toots and Rummy Tum Tums, what data do we have that is sensitive? Knowing our data and knowing what's out there. And then the boys and girls in Toyland, they have a jubilee. They're going to build a toy town all beneath the Christmas tree. Where is Toy Town and what are our regulations and requirements for sovereignty of that information? So let's strap in, let's enjoy this session and have a good time with it. So for those of you who don't know me, I recently started my own training and education organization, Captain Hyperscaler. I am the owner and CEO of that company, but I've previously been a global cloud security lead for Eviden, GSI, and managed security service provider. I am a Microsoft security and Azure MVP and also an AWS community builder for security and identity. I have authored multiple books and have multiple certifications and do training for Microsoft, CompTIA, as well as ISC2. And you can certainly reach out to me on the social media links provided. Visit my website. I'm offering anybody that reaches out to me and wants to do a certification training or a custom training. If we get you work scoped in and contracts signed before the end of December, I will offer a free fundamentals course in either Azure, in either Microsoft 365, Azure, AI, as well as a CompTIA IT Essentials or Cloud Essentials course to you for coming to me. But this is not a commercial for my business. This is about the cloud family and cloud community. So welcome, and let's jump into what we're talking about here. So Santa's coming. Santa's coming. I know him. You can see behind me, I have a couple of shirts from a couple of my favorite holiday movies, Christmas Story, as well as Elf. And my family always laughs because I watch it every year and I quote everything that Will Ferrell says. But you better watch out. You better not cry. We need to govern our data. If PII is exposed, we have a liability of our own that it is our responsibility to protect it. So we need to know our data. We need to protect our data. We need to prevent data loss, and we need to govern our data. And that's from a point of a security practitioner, somebody that's in charge of identity and access management, as well as all the way down to the user level. We all have a responsibility to protect the company's data and protect our PII within our organization, and even as citizens and as our own, with our own data, we should be protecting it as well. He's making a list and he's checking it twice. Where's he getting this list? Where's he getting this information? Where is he learning about all of these people and these places across the world, and understanding what they're wanting for Christmas and why does he know all of this information? So you need to know your data. You need to identify that important data and classify that data and enforce principles of least privilege to make sure that data does not leak out. And somehow Santa is finding this information. How is he finding it? How are we leaving this information out there if we don't contact him directly? Microsoft has a lot of capabilities to protect this data with their Purview product for privacy risk management. You can classify data within Purview, and there's information protection and sensitivity labels that we can put on that information so that we do not leak data out to people that we do not want it to have. Now, mind you, we do want to let Santa know about our list, of what we are asking for ourselves and others for the holiday season, but we don't want too much information to get out there, and we don't want it to get out there if it is unauthorized to be shared. He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. Who's watching us? Why is he watching us? We need to understand what data is sensitive so that data does not come out. We need to protect that data. We need to label that sensitive data. We need to apply encryption. We need to restrict access when we are, and we need to watermark sensitive data so that others within our organization know that information is sensitive. So we can do that within Microsoft with sensitivity labels and data loss prevention. Santa has many aliases, many looks, and he might not always be who you think he is. So how do we protect against those Santas that might not be the true Santa Claus or true Kris Kringle? Again, still, how does he see you when you're sleeping? How are we delivering information in a protected manner and protecting that data exposure and maintaining levels of compliance where we need to? We want to send information through digital mail. How are we protecting it, though, to make sure that it is labeled properly, make sure it is encrypted, make sure that we're verifying that the person at the other end is authorized to view that information? We need to prevent that data loss and detect risky behavior and prevent accidental sharing of sensitive data. Make sure that Santa Claus is verifying who he is if we do want Santa Claus to see this information, and if we have information that we don't want him to see, that he does not see it. So Microsoft has, again, tools within the Defender XDR platform for data loss prevention, information barriers, and insider risk management through Microsoft Purview, as well as, like I said, we can monitor all of that and monitor our activity and access through Defender XDR and Microsoft Purview. Rudy Toot Toots and Rummy Tum Tums, little toy drums and little tin horns and sensitive data, our health information. All of this information is out on the internet, and we want to make sure that we are automating and making sure that we are keeping centralized and automated data discovery, and we are supporting zero trust principles to managing data. Verify everything. Assume a breach. We don't want this information to get out to the wrong people. We don't want it to be destroyed when it's not supposed to be destroyed. We want to keep it away from the Meisterburger and from the Winter Warlock, and protect our sensitive information and the data and the information that is valuable to us. And we can do that through different data security and data protection capabilities within, again, Microsoft XDR. Microsoft Defender for Cloud has a wealth of data security capabilities, as we have mentioned. Also, Microsoft Purview for maintaining compliance, maintaining we're protecting data correctly. The boys and girls in Toyland are having a jubilee. They are going to build a Toyland town all around the Christmas tree. Where's Toyland, and what is the sovereign requirements of data within Toyland? We want to make sure that we're properly governing our data and maintaining and adhering to regulatory and government compliance. We want to store and retain and delete data based on that compliance and make sure that that data is protected. We want to keep it away from the damage that might be done with accidental deletion as well as malicious intent. Protect ourselves against ransomware through resiliency and making sure that we aren't just storing our data in Toyland. Maybe we're storing it across the borders to protect our data. Maybe that barrier is protected by the Winter Warlock, and we want to make sure that that information stays within those sovereign areas that are outside of the Winter Warlock's jurisdiction, so that we don't have any kind of data leakage issues that cause GDPR violations and things of that nature. So ultimately, we want to govern and secure our data, and that'll allow us to be happy and know that Santa Claus is coming to town. We want to put one foot in front of the other and know where your data is, know what your data is, protect that data, prevent data loss, and then govern over your data as we go through and continue to manage and monitor on a continuous basis where our data is and who is viewing it. If we want Santa Claus to come to town and monitor and see our data, know where we live, know our address so he can deliver his presents, that's fine. But we want to make sure it is the true Santa. Like I said, Santa Claus has many aliases and many different looks to him, as well as there are Santa Clauses all over this time of year. Who is the true Santa Claus? And we want to make sure that true Santa Claus is who he says he is, and verify that he has the right to access particular parts of our data. So again, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why, because Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and he's checking it twice, and he sees you when you're sleeping and he knows when you're awake. So let's make sure that we are protecting and classifying our data properly, and we are maintaining, using verifiable identities, and also maintaining our multi-factor authentication to make sure that we adhere to our pillars of confidentiality, integrity, and availability for our information. And before we close, I wanted to just show one last thing to everybody. So here is a nice little video to note that not every Santa Claus is a nice Santa Claus.
A football? Oh no! What was I doing? Wake up, stupid! Wake up! No!
No, I want an official red undercover and I shoot you in a jet with my laser rifle.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
So make sure that you are properly sharing information with the proper Santa Claus so that you don't get pushed down the slide and you get what you want this Christmas. I want to thank everybody again. Thank all the organizers. Thank the Festus Tech Calendar. Again, please consider donating to the Raspberry Pi Foundation, and feel free to reach out to me anytime on social media. I'll be happy to help out. And Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Joyous Noel, whatever language you say it. Happy holidays to everybody, and have a happy and safe Christmas and a blessed New Year.